Hi. So Laura just got dropped off at 7 a.m. Her owner just literally dropped her off right now. I took her right off leash. Now I'm not giving her commands. She's not actually under a command. I didn't give her a command or anything. And the reason I'm doing this is my goal. People call me not because the dogs they want. Chaz, I want my dog to come or sit or stay or down. That's rarely why people call me. Those things are just extra additions that I give them in the jigsaw puzzle. People call me because they want to have a respectful dog that isn't obnoxious, chewing, digging, biting, barking, nipping, jumping on people, jumping on furniture, stuff like that. Now, we still do the commands. Laura, come. Good girl, good girl. Down. Good girl, and do them quite well, by the way. But really the goal here, okay, Scooby-Doo, is we initially work on, if you had a dog like this, even if she didn't do the commands, if you had a dog like this that you can pet and you can kiss and you can do all this stuff with, and she's not jumping on you and pawing at you and nipping at you, and she's well relaxed and behaved. Let's say I just have a seat over here, and hopefully she'll come up to me and let me love her, which she's doing, but she's doing it very respectful. Oh, little head in the lap. Good girl. Oh, look at that little pibble butt. Or look at that little butt. Look at that little butt. I'm going to spank that butt. Good girl. But then if I want to get back up, she lets me get back up. So there are 5 categories of behavioral problems. Commands would be, like I said, sit, stay down, come, heel, stuff like that. Behavioral, you have aggressive. People mostly call me because their dogs are starting to get fear aggressive, territorial aggressive, possessive aggressive. That's about 95% of my business. That is not this little girl. This little girl is a sweetie petite in all aspects. They brought her to me as a puppy, and they signed up for the elite program. So aggression is one of the main reasons people call me. Now, but obnoxious behavior, jumping on people, noses and crotches, nipping. This is also a reason why people call me. So that's kind of what we've, from the very beginning, have worked with her with, is to be respectful. She is still just a puppy. How many people have puppies where literally I can there's no chewing on my hand, no I grabbed a nose, not jumping on me, not pawing me. Good girl. Oh, you're so cute. Obnoxious behaviors, physically obnoxious. There's also what's called vocally obnoxious behaviors, which would be whining, crying, barking. How many people have neighbors, or how many of you have dogs that constantly are barking? I'm sorry, you would not want to be my neighbor, because that would drive me nuts, and believe me, you would be getting the police knocking on your door real quick. It is a very rude behavior for a dog, for an owner of a dog to allow if they live in a neighborhood. I mean, you get 172 acres somewhere by yourself, it's fine, but nobody wants to listen to a dog barking all the time. The third one would be destructive behavior, chewing, digging, counter surfing, garbage surfing. Destructive behavior, also, you don't want a dog that does that. The fourth category, let's see, what did we say? We had physically obnoxious, vocally obnoxious, aggressive, destructive. So we've covered 4 already. This is vocally obnoxious, barking, whining, physically obnoxious, noses and crotches, stuff like that. Destructive behavior, aggressive behavior. And the final category is actually called fidgeting. Fidgeting is all the little mistakes that dogs make, like itching, sniffing, squirming. I mean, especially when you're trying to behave. Like right now, if she was just being allowed to... I have people come into my building all the time. They take their dogs off leash. They just let the dog... They go, do you mind if I let my dog just roam around? I don't know. Can I go to your house and let my kids go through your shit? Yes, you're teaching your dog to be rude. We're trying to teach the dog to be respectful, but... You love me. But still have all the affection, but being able to kiss this face... without this dog wanting to bite me or nip me or play with me, I can bite her. This is what people strive for. So I just wanted to test to see how well the owners are doing, to be able to just put the dog through non-commands. But now I'm going to throw some commands in there. You already seen me do 2. Down. Good girl. And you see, she's spot on. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go to the lakefront. Hopefully there'll be a bunch of people down there, because it is July 3rd. We're going to take advantage of people being down there, the distractions, a lot of activity down there, because her training is spot on, her behaviors are spot on, but now we just got to introduce, like her next lesson, I'll be doing it in the kettle moraine in the wild, but that's not this lesson, that's her final 4-hour drop-off. But that's what we're going to be doing today, and then when they're going to come home, I'm going to once again do a little bit of work upstairs if she has any energy left. And I'm babysitting my daughter's dogs, so we'll have another 3 dogs total with Pizzazz, 2 more dogs, and see how she does around that too. Okay, so, hi baby. Come here. Good girl. Oh, quite so. Can you make the jump? Can you make the jump? Good girl. Come on. Good confidence. Excellent. Nope. And we're locked up. So we're down by the lakefront. This is not the lake, by the way. The lake is on past, where all the boats are. So we've got her down here real quick. And what we're doing is look at all we got people walking there. Got people walking there. This is going to get a lot busier. In fact, I couldn't even park where I wanted to park. Look at her walking so perfectly. Sit. Stay. Down. Stay. Come on. Heel. Good girl. So this is right out of the vehicle. No warm-ups. Just going right. Let's try it in the grass too. Good girl. Good girl. Go into the grass. Good girl. Oh, you got to pee. Oh, we're not going to videotape you peeing. That. Give you a little bit of respect. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Sit. Good girl. Stay. Stay. Nope. Stay. Are you a good girl? Are you a good girl? Down. Stay. Good girl. Nope. Can't sniff. Good girl. Woo-wee woo. Come. Good girl. Down. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Kiss. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure. So that's kind of one of the things is you want a dog that right off the bat is being obedient and respectful. So many people, they'll tell me, they say, well, Chaz, after we walk a mile or so, the dog will... Well, yeah, that's called being tired. We want the dog sit, even with all this energy, all this energy to want to go and do it. So what we're doing right now, well, we're just walking the lakefront. We've had a lot of runners and dogs and bikers swing on past us. But I'm doing this without a command. So I actually haven't told her to heel or to left or whatever command my customers use. How often do you watch people with their dogs and walking the dogs? The leash is tight the entire time. It's pulling. It's one of the other major reasons why people call me is because they can't walk the dog. Well, I want to be able to walk a dog without actually having her give her a command. Kind of like when we started this lesson today. I just want to see if she naturally understands to be a good dog. Wow, they got the whole place fenced off. I couldn't even park where I usually park because they're requiring payment. So I'm just trying to figure out how I can walk that direction. Hopefully they're not going to tell me I have to have a pass or something just to go in there. The fireworks are tonight, and so people start getting here at 7:30 in the morning to get a place. But anyway, as I was saying, we're just kind of without a command. If you can have a good dog without a command, that is ultimately what I want to give people, or what I want with the dog, is a dog that's good without having to get a command. So here we are. Now, usually I do this part, the second half, but I really... Hello. Good girl. Good girl. The second half, I do this part of the walk past Collectivo, the coffee shop, and with all the traffic and stuff. But it's supposed to be a hot day today, and this is a 4-hour lesson, so I want to get all the cement walking done now when the cement is still cool, because it's only like 7:45 in the morning, versus doing it when that cement starts to heat up. So the second half of this lesson can be mostly in the grass, a little bit of walking on the cement here and there, but I can basically keep it on the grass. So let's see how she handles walking past all these people. There will be a heck of a lot more people. Curious, but still walking. Good girl, able to control her with just my kissy sounds. Good girl. Lots of traffic out here, as we can tell. People. I was really impressed when those two people on the scooter passed her. She did really well. Good girl. You're doing great. Oh, little birdies. Oh, look at all the little birdies. Oh, I like little birdies. Do you like little birdies? Good girl. Now this is Lake Michigan. I don't know if she's ever been on sand before. We all know how much I love talking about exposure. This is more like sandy, rocky. Doing well. Good girl. Doing well. So I'll make her do a few commands out here just to make sure she's getting that exposure that I want. Getting a little excited. You like the sand? You like the sand? Okay, so that's what we're talking about. Nope. So see how she's getting all super excited? Which is fine. Sit. Stay. Stay. Good girl. Down. So in this case, the exposure, nope. She wants to sniff everything. So a lot of times dogs, if they're not exposed to things, get fearful and nervous, which turns into aggression. Now in this case, being already a great dog, this is just exciting her. Stay, stay. So this will just be some good testing to teach her that no matter, like fun. We can play in the sand later, but right now she's watching that German Shepherd over there. Come, sit. Good girl. Oh my goodness. Just making sure. We're gonna walk again because that's where she was getting the most excited. Her little feet sees in the sand. So let's see if we can. Leash is all tangled up in my hands. Just gonna. There's picnickers over there she's checking out. Nope. So she wants to sniff. No. Now I don't mind sniffing most of the time, but right now I'm just doing this to exert control without having to use a leash or a collar or anything like that. Just kind of establishing it to her. I almost tripped. Good girl, sit, stay. That she has to listen. Isn't Lake Michigan beautiful? Well, that's a city back there on behind those trees. Milwaukee is not a massive place like, you know, New York or LA or anything like that. So she's doing really well. We're gonna get out of this sand for a little bit. There's another beach that doesn't have all these darn rocks. Nope, good girl. No, don't sniff. Good girl. That's where we want to get to. Good girl. But I just wanted, as long as I was passing this little stony beach, just wanted to see what her instinct, her natural reaction was going to be. She definitely was getting all excited. I don't know if she's ever been on sand or a beach before. Sit. But she definitely liked it. The other reason we're doing this usually don't do this the first half of a lesson. But once again, I also understand that sand is going to get really warm. She's watching somebody coming towards us. Good girl. Okay, so there's a little rabbit over here. Oh, it went into the rocks. She handled it really well, but I wanted everybody to see how well she handled it. But that little rabbit went into the rocks. Oh well. I might not have gotten the rabbit, but there are 3 dogs coming, so see how she handles that. She just noticed them. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Nope. Good girl. I don't mind her noticing them. I just don't want her pulling me or dragging me. Good girl. That was perfect. Oh my goodness. Oh my. No, I know, but we're getting away from him now. Good girl. Not one pull. Not one. She thought about it. She wanted to go say hi to him and play with him, but I'm going to go into the grass here. I'm going to make her lay down in this shady area for a little bit and then see how she handles going back to training. So I'm going to give her like a 2-minute break. That'll give me enough time to splice the rabbit video and this video together so that we can have down one video instead of that short little rabbit video where the rabbit decided to be a no-show. The doggie's way over there now. Hi, princess. You ready to do some training again? Let's see if I can distract her with some pine cones. You not falling for it? You not falling for it? Good girl. Sit. Good girl. I want kisses. You know I want kisses. Kisses. Stay. Good girl. Good girl. Come. Come. Nope. Stay away from them pine cones. Come. Nope. Sit. Oh. Maybe we'll train in these pine cones for a little bit. How's that sound? Heel. Sit. Exposure, exposure. She's never been around pine cones. They're distracting her. Down. Good girl. They didn't distract her when I kicked them at her, but trying to walk over them. Now, so see that little sniff? No. Oh, she stopped herself. Ye yo woobers, yo wooby woobs. Good girl. Good girl. So we're going to make her walk through the pine cones again. Hi. Yeah, yo, girl. Come. Come. Good girl. Good girl. Sit. Oh, you wanted to stretch. So really it was just that one exposure, that one. So as the dog gets better and better trained, it takes less and less. Trying to get my glasses back on. Okay. It takes less and less work to get over certain humps. Like you saw the first time I exposed her to those pine cones, she was totally distracted. But made her listen anyway, simply with and nose and stuff like that. And then we were able to quickly sit. The second time, she was like, meh, okay, fine, I'll ignore him. That's kind of what the better trained a dog is, the easier it is. So this is the other beach we were talking about. Good girl. Good girl. No rocks on this beach. This is Bradford Beach, downtown Milwaukee, the lakefront beach that most people will use. Entering the sand. Now, wow. Now, so remember how even that rocky sand sit, how playful, how she just wanted to play. And just by making her do it a few times there, this is kind of what I was saying about it, the pine cones, just by doing it a few times, that exposure, now all of a sudden we're in sand again, just, 30 minutes later, sit, stay, good girl, stay, yeah, the whoopish, look at this little whoopish, down, stay, so what I'm going to do is get her really, really excited, make her play, and then give her a command and see if she's still going to hold to the commands or if she's going to think, oh, I am completely playing because I'm in sand now. So we're going to really wild her up. Come on. Down. Good girl. Oh, my goodness. Sit. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Could you be a better doggy? Could you be the best doggy in the universe? In the doggy-verse. Excellent. So we're going to practice on the beach for a while. That's what we're going to do. As you already saw, sit. So it's going to basically look like this. But basically what I look for when I'm training a dog is areas that might cause them to disobey me. So many people approach training down where they give a dog a command, a hope, nope, a little stretch, a little Pittbull stretch, hoping the dog is going to obey. That's not training. That's trained. Training means you look for the things you need to work on, but so many people, they avoid problems, which is why they're constantly shoving treats down their dog's face, because they don't know how to train the dog. They don't know how to, like that sniff there, they don't know how to get over those humps, so they really aren't training the dog. They're so concerned about always making the dog listen, or always the dog listening, that they don't understand you have to teach a dog how to listen, and the only way you can do that, heel, good girl, sit, is by putting them in situations and conditions that cause them to not listen, so you can work on it so that they all of a sudden do listen, like is what she's doing right now in this sand. Believe me, this place is going to be packed later. It is the 3rd of July, the fireworks tonight on the lakefront, which will be over the waters. However, this sand will be like scorching hot, probably within the next 2 or 3 hours, so I want to be long out of this sand and cement before we get to that point. So we are giving Alora her first real break. We've been here doing it over 2 hours now, so she really wasn't too interested in the water. So she must not be too hot. She's had a couple little, oh, there we go. A couple little sips. But I did notice, oh, come on, roll you over so I can see your belly. These customers, just like I with Pizzazz, they painted her nails. It's wearing down, but she had little pink nails. Little pink nails. Oh, the whoosh. Oh, look at that face. Look at that cute little face and the belly. Look at this little rubbable belly. Oh, can you make it another couple hours? Can you do that for me? Oh, so we're going to give her about a 5-minute break this time. Oh, hopefully she'll drink a little bit more water. And then we're going to go back to roughing it. Ooh, roughing it. Oh, yeah, this is so rough. This is the rough life. Rough. Good girl. So, Alora and I have decided to come out here, which is actually a path out into the lake. It's a long path. The only reason I chose it is because literally I can keep Alora off the cement. It's not that hot yet, but I can keep her off the cement. So I'm walking, I'm getting all the sun, but she's in the shade with her little paws. Sit, stay. Nice and cool breeze out here. Down, or as they like to say from Milwaukee, it's always cooler by the lake. And this is Lake Michigan. For any of you who are unfamiliar with how massive this body of water is, looks like an ocean or a sea, but it is actually one of the Great Lakes. It is a lake, freshwater. Good girl, stay. Come. Good girl. Down. Good girl, stay. Good girl, stay. There's nobody out here, so I can drop the leash. Come. Come, good girl, good girl. Sit. Safe thing about dropping a leash out here is there's really nowhere to go unless she dives in the water, and then of course I'll just go in after her. But all the traffic, all the streets are way out there. Heel, good girl, left, good girl. This is actually the end of the road. We are now at the end of this little walkout area. That used to be called the bridge that goes nowhere because they built it and it actually just ended. But now they actually made it so it does go somewhere. That was like 20, 25 years ago that they used to be called the bridge that went nowhere. Anyway, so we are out here taking advantage of the shade that these cement embankments are creating. Sit, stay down. Sit, down. Good girl. Stay. She's been doing wonderful on this entire lesson. She's had a few mistakes. We've corrected them. The pine combs, the first time she was introduced to sand, the excitement, stuff like that. But otherwise, she is doing phenomenal. Come, come, come. Good girl, come. Sit. And we know what comes next. We all know what comes next. Good girl. So what we're doing right now is we're taking advantage of the geese. There's a bunch of them here. So we're going to see how wow, she's walking through all this goose poop, not even sniffing. Look at all these geese here. Hi, babies. Look at all this goose poop here. Good girl. Look nice and calm, nice and relaxed. God, I want her to lay down, but I really don't want her to lay down on all this goose poop. Nope. Good girl. I was able to control her with just the word no. Hi, geesies. Good girl. Yeah, I was going to do the commands here also, just to show off and show how well she listens. But I think I'm not going to have her lay down in goose poop. And that's literally everywhere. But look how close she is, like literally. Good girl. How close she is to all these geese. And she's not even paying attention to them. She's such a good girl. Gosh, just give me this. Maybe I'll be able to, well, now I find a place. Sit. Stay. Good girl. Good girl. Stay. Oops, let's get that leash so it's not tangled around you. Down. Good girl. You are phenomenal. You are phenomenal. Oh, take advantage of these stairs. These stairs actually serve no purpose. I swear they serve no purpose. You would think the stairs would be crossing this body of water, but let's get up. No hesitation on the stairs. There's nothing scary about these stairs. So you would think these stairs would let you cross over this body of water. However, the body of water ends right there. So literally there was no reason to put a bridge here besides to spend taxpayer money, which I'm sure was the whole purpose. Somebody had a brilliant idea to, kind of like that bridge that goes nowhere. They have the bridge over water that was absolutely not necessary. However, it's always fun to go up and down it. Oh, no more goose poop. Oh, thank goodness. Down. Stay. Nope, stay. Good girl. Yes, I am doing it off leash in Milwaukee. It's only her 4th lesson, but I've never done this with a dog on their 4th lesson. Just didn't want to risk it, but with Elora, I am so positive. Come, come. Good girl, come on, come on. Good girl, sit. That she's gonna totally ace this. Come on, let's go this way. Good girl, down. Good girl. Oh my goodness. So rarely, well, I shouldn't say rarely, I've never on the 4th lesson done off leash, especially this close to traffic and stuff like that. But I know my dogs and I know Elora. Look how good she is. And she's just a puppy. But of course, this is the benefit of the elite program, because it literally will put you a year, 2 years ahead of schedule. Not too many people are going to be having a dog off leash in this environment. And trust them. Come. And on hand signals. Good girl. And you know what comes next? The loving part. The kissing and the loving and the loving and the kissing. Oh my goodness. Hi, baby girl. Are you the bestest? Are you the bestest in the westest? Oh, the bestest in the westest. I got the little tail. Oh my goodness. Oh, you want your belly rubbed? Oh, you want the belly rub? You're such a good girl. Such a good girl. So once again, Elora is doing so incredibly well, even with all these people here. Come. Good girl. Sit. Down. Stay. Nope. Stay. We've been practicing off leash in this area. Good girl. Let's do some hand signals. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, my goodness, you're such a good girl. Look at her ignoring all the stuff going on out here. Isn't Lake Michigan beautiful? There's Milwaukee. Come here. Good girl, good girl. Woulda wibbles. Want to walk with me? Good girl. And sit. Nope. Sit. Come on, walk with me. And sit. And down. What a good dog.